Alright, so yesterday I told y'all about how I like to do my yard, and I did a little time lapse of mowing and watering, and I put the camera back there in the garage because I didn't want to get water or grass all over it. So really didn't get to see that great a shot of my yard. So I'm going to flip the camera around over here in a second and show you my grass, and tell me what y'all think. Tell me what I can do to make it better. I water it pretty much daily. Leave a comment below and tell me what y'all think. I'd like to have your advice and your opinions on it, of what I can do better, or what do you think I may be doing wrong. I literally mow it every week on the same exact day, and I change patterns every other week. Some people don't know about that. I do that. I think it helps it. I water it religiously, and once a month I use the Bonus S weeding feed. I'll run it across it about once a month, but yeah, that's about it. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment below. It's summer. I know it's not going to be perfectly green, but then I see people with perfectly green yards, and I'm just like, man, what am I doing wrong? So anyhow, tell me what you think. I'd like to see what y'all have to say about it. Leave a comment below for me. Alright, so this is my front yard. Don't mind the bushes, they look like crap. I'm working on them. I'm going to step back a little bit. Look at my grass. I know I've got weeds like right there. I don't know if the camera's pointing at it good enough, but right there there's bunches, and they're in spots. I really kind of wonder about this. As you can see the brown spots. I'm sure some of it's where I mowed a little close. Maybe some of it's where I dropped too much fertilizer. I don't know. That's it. So back to over here in the shade where it's cooler, because it's like 8:45, 8:50, and it's really literally, I cannot talk today. I never can talk right. It's over freaking 90 degrees, okay? It's hot. That's why this towel's around my neck. But that's my yard. Y'all leave a comment below, please. Tell me what you think, what I can do better, what I'm doing wrong, or any tips or advice. I'd greatly appreciate it. We're gonna go back to the back and get back to melting this stuff to make some lead for some jigs. We'll see y'all in a few minutes. Alright, I told y'all I would do a series about jigs. That sun's bright. As you saw in my vlog I did yesterday, I explained that I've got a lazy eye, that when it's real bright, yeah. Speaking of, I need to go get my glasses. I'll be back. Anyhow, we're going to try to bring y'all along the way and show us how we melt lead to heat up and make jigs with. I gotta get my proper English out. Anyhow, as you can see, a couple of tire weights. We're just getting started. Got it on the old Coleman stove. It's very imperative to know your safety requirements when doing this. You must have eyewear. You need to have gloves, which I have. You really need to have an apron on. This is extremely dangerous. Do not try this at home unless you have taken these safety precautions that are needed. Anyhow, stay tuned. We're going to melt some tire weights, make them into lead. We're going to try our best to bring you along the way. You can see all this stuff's pretty much floating. Any clip that's bad, or the clips that have gotten the lead off of it, float. What you want to do, stir it around real good. See if you can dig any out. And what we're going to do is flux it. As you can see, just a piece of the candle. We're going to throw it in there. It may or may not flame up. You want to make sure that you're wearing a respirator. If not, make sure you're in a ventilated area. Just stir it around a little. What that does is that brings all the impurities, all the trash up to the top, so you can kind of sift it out of there and clean it out. Now then, once it's been fluxed really good and your flame or your smoke's gone down, you want to oh, we're about out of gas. You basically want to clean it up. We gotta read through our gas thing real quick. Alright, so we fluxed our pan. What you want to do is get the trash out of here. Any clips that are floated. See all this stuff? I got a little pan right here. It's not staying hot enough on that end, so you got to move it around. The other thing you can do is use an old fork to try to get some of that crap out. You got to be quick or it sticks to your fork. And it takes a little longer because you're just using a little dadgum fork. See that right there? That's the kind of crap you don't want in your lid. We'll flux this thing a couple more times and put some more weights in here. Alright, as you can see, we got a pretty good batch of lead here. You see where it's kind of filmy, where I'm brushing this up along the edge. That's the impurities and the trash and the crap that you want out of there. For the most part, we're ready to make us some ignots, as they call them. We're going to put them in this muffin pan, make us some little lead muffins. I could probably flux it again, but I'm going to go with what I got. We're going to pour it in the muffin pans. Alright, you can see in the muffin pans, they're already getting pretty hard. They'll be good enough to flip here in a second. These are still a little soft. See how that dipped in there? See how it's still soft. You want it harder. I still got a little more. I probably should have fluxed it one more time, but that's okay. I can flux it whenever I pour my actual jigs. Alright, here's your little lead ignot, whatever. It's a lead muffin. Watch this. That's my ignots. I made about 6 pans of those that you just saw today. Make sure that you use your safety precautions when you are melting any kind of lead. Make sure you use gloves, eye protection. It is very imperative that you do not get any kind of condensation or any kind of water near it when you're melting it, because it will cause an explosion. Even if sweat drops down in it, you're chancing taking a big risk. Just take your safety precautions if you're going to do this. And I didn't really go through all the steps because I really wasn't looking at doing that. I was just kind of showing you the basics. But if you're melting tire weights down, all you have to do is heat it up on a stove like I did. Cast iron pan's better because the cast iron holds the heat. And throw you a couple of weights in there to start it. Once it starts melting, then add a little as it melts, and then let it sit there. I pretty much walked away for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and let it sit and melt. Then stir it around. Get all your trash and crap that comes up to the top when it burns out with your ladle or your whatever works well for you. Then flux it. Throw you some sawdust, or I used a candle, usually a candle. And also make sure you wear a respirator, especially when you're fluxing, because it's terrible. You don't need to be breathing it. But just let it sit, and whenever you are ready, I wouldn't fill the pan up too full. I thought I was going to be able to lift the pan and pour it, but I filled it too full and it was too heavy to lift, so I had to spoon it into the muffin pans. So make sure you consider that as well. No matter what you do, consider being safe. Read up on the hazards, and make sure you use the necessary safety precautions when you do it. That's how you melt tire weights into lead, basically. Tomorrow I'm going to fish. Y'all know that I make jigs. Well, I'm going to fish with one of my guys that's promoting my jigs for me. We're going to go hit a couple ponds, so hopefully we can get some fish, hit some ponds on camera for y'all. And then if I have time tomorrow, I'll show you how we put these in the melting pot and actually make the jigs. If not, that'll be the next day. We'll have to see how that goes. But I gotta go cook dinner, then get ready for tonight's live feed. So I'll probably bring you along and show you the LT Outdoors kitchen. It's nothing special. So we'll see you in a bit. That's my dinner. Well, me and the kids and the missus. Anyhow, we're gonna eat. See ya.